Okay, we're live,
and
chat.
the Jet, I thought, suited Knights, but still had to step up. But let's see
T-Log?
Cubert step up on this defense. They're
Let's see how
smoked
the
off, though,
swap
so
back looks.
could be a retake angle, although now Pizza left untouched. YFP are still trying to get the spike planted. They're all grouped
Rob
up.
does stream. He's on the
Keeping
Sentinels
watch for
channel.
T-Dog.
I don't know if he's live right now,
Never
though.
used his salvos, so they're waiting to just explode into the site as soon as the spike's planted, and it's about to start within the next 5 seconds.
Ooh, you just saw
He's
top
live on
that open
Sentinels. There you go.
And YFP just almost trying not to peek at. Paranoia, though, from Cubert is now it's the moment for Reduxx to engage off the smoke. Dashes in, finds
Here we go. Reduxx's return.
Penny goes
Nice.
up the stairs, and it's all chaos.
Wait,
as YFP
Scuba.
try to leave the scene
Scuba.
of the crime to advance towards Cubert. Now
What
Nismo's in
chance do they have?
position,
Scuba's
loses
alive.
that
He
to
took out
B-Dog
Nismo,
one.
but here comes
D1
Scuba. Plenty of
with
time.
B-Dog
Oh
low on
no, the
health.
timing.
Scuba
Oh my God,
still
big.
plenty of time to
Scuba!
deal with
Big,
it.
big, big, big,
Perfectly
big.
for the defuse for Cubert.
Plenty of time,
Scuba.
plenty of health.
Where's
well,
the
then
Scuba
Where's the
super
Scuba
fan?
super fan? Yeah.
I mean,
Write
So,
it down, write it down.
Do I want a clip farm or not?
Let me know when
I'm
you-
not a
Oh,
clip
look
farmer.
at they're going with the G2 Stinger
Force,
vibe.
yeah. It's actually the same strategy, too. I think they do the...
Okay, Jake's already been
split.
fragged. Cubert are watching the doorway.
All right,
like
Knights,
it's
you better get this
trapped.
kill.
Knights also
Nice.
in logs, so well protected. There is a lot of angles to check as you advance through, and YRP
Oh.
staggering one by one.
What is
At least
happening?
Taylor
All right.
Me too, we're
gets the
good.
Wins, and it's not in the realm
He's
of
gonna get an upgrade
impossibility.
gun.
What is this
He's gonna
crosshair,
pull
chat?
this off.
Ew.
Spike down
Nah, he must be on, like, stretched res, right?
will be on his side.
Because
By the way,
it might
oh
cause,
my goodness,
it might
wait.
cause
I stopped
turmoil on
watching.
both
I gotta get my
teams.
iPad. Where did I put
If
my
it's not a
iPad?
confirmed rumor,
Maybe
you
trying to
know?
see if Stellar
Could
is
cause
gonna
turmoil
wanna
for
be
Cubert, cause
proactive,
turmoil
'cause
for the
then
other
there'd be
I
team.
got
more
at the
space,
same
and
time,
Leaders wants to
Tarek,
play the outlaw,
I got
so
my
further back,
Arsenal
they're trying
hate
to
watch
force some
going.
movement.
Apparently
Now
they're
that-
getting smoked, right?
Stellar has
It's
salvos,
one. No,
constant
it's
movement. Now
1-0.
it's a
But the
chess
problem
match,
is
time-
they already
the clock
trailed
is
1-0
ticking.
coming into
Stellar
today.
can play hide and seek all he wants.
So,
Now Cubert,
Arsenal
Wallace
is
in the
therefore
corner,
down by
and a
2 right
Reduxx
now.
is keeping the spike
The send
planted.
flags. You know what? Hannah's probably
Now
not
there's
paying
a
attention
judge
right
on the
now for me to
flank,
say,
so more
Hannah.
problems for YFP,
But
and
yes,
not
we
knowing,
need to
okay,
get
we
the
just
send
gotta
flag
hold it
back in
down,
the
we gotta
shop. I'll
create
make
a
that happen.
fortress.
That's a good one.
Cubert have to find angles around
And
this,
then
but also trying to
hopefully
traverse
this
through the
week,
smoke
hopefully
and-
we'll formalize the watch party
Now
for
YFP can
Toronto,
kinda just
especially now
watch
that we're
the
going
two
to be
yeah.
there.
Now it's going to be a lot
Yeah.
more difficult for Cubert, especially with the paranoia that just flung out from Jake. So these stingers
Oh,
are
somebody
gonna hurt
came
once
up
you
with a
get
great
close.
idea,
As
actually, in
Reduxx
your
approaches
chat.
with the outlaw. Now he's got a teammate
Hoodie on.
beside
This is
him.
crazy.
The judge
Yeah,
explodes
two.
off the
We
side
should
switch with
retire
two,
number
but
10,
the spike
even
is
if our
ticking down,
jerseys
and
don't currently
Stellar
have
is
just
still
numbers.
alive,
Oh, that'd
and
be cool.
Cubert haven't found where he
No
is.
time,
There's a
though.
hot spot
Nice
he
try,
could
no
be
time.
hiding.
But again, Cubert were way too slow to try to retake that round, so that's going to put them in a tight buy. A hero rifle for
Sentinels are gonna
Scuba
give you
that's
air
played it on
condition.
catwalk,
Just
but
make life
at
more
least they've read
interesting.
it pretty decently. Nismo might die in this case, but the rest of them should be going for a very quick retake on middle. Oh, you fall back instead.
YFP. Pretty important round, like you said, just where the economy is, and it needs to be a clean one, as you would expect them to win against mostly sheriffs, like you pointed out. YFP gonna show us what their A strat is all about. Paranoia from Cubert, just get onto heaven. There's the waylay ult, a lot of slows. Cubert
Tough
are
retake.
uncomfortable. They've been hit now with 2 ultimates, including the Armageddon. YFP know exactly
Tough
where this
retake.
retake is coming from, but my eyes are also on Scuba
No, I
and how
don't
this
actually.
1v1
It's a good
against
call.
this waylay works
don't
out.
actually have my auto
Penny's
ads
pretty
off, I'm not gonna
injured,
lie. I'm gonna
and I
turn them
can't
off right
believe
now.
Scuba did not get that kill, especially with Penny on their last leg. But this
That
is
is
gonna
a good
force
shout.
Scuba to not be able to go for a backstab play.
We're good now.
He's going to have to save the rifle no matter what. The last two just trying to look for exits, do some damage, but instead walking in. Thankfully, though, Stellar already expended his Armageddon, so he's not going to be able to get too much out of it. And no frags there.
This
so
was not a
last
full buy
one,
for us. I think it was like a half buy, right?
No, he's going to die to
Yeah, no.
Stellar.
Cubert, because their retakes are quite powerful if everyone's involved in the equation. Look at T-Dog.
Reduxx.
Early strike.
Scuba
even
deserves
Reduxx
it.
getting a
Scuba's been in the scene
mid,
for a minute,
dashing
right?
Away, and YFP are stuck picking
Uh-oh.
up the pieces.
Careful.
Challenging Nismo is going to throw a nade
me
out.
turn it
just
up a little
to
bit.
Keep the space between them. And this could be sort of a weakness that YFP want to exploit.
Yeah. Gotta say, Penny got kind
Damn,
of
we might be
lucky there,
losing
too, 'cause
Scuba
the pop
potentially,
flashes
chat.
For him to try to get an opening on Cat,
Oh,
but
tough.
B-Dog is there.
The trade?
Traded against
All right, Reduxx.
Nismo.
Spike down A.
No, he had
The
them.
op gets
The
pushed,
trade
The
again.
op repeats. The
Nice!
All right, all right.
Lights back on
Cubert
controller.
win on the
And
Try
to fight
typing
info
that inside
way,
of your chat.
While you just have your Jet
Okay.
watching a little bit more middle, because
It's subtitle, right, chat? I think it's subtitle.
walk contacting this every time and getting punished.
YFP just trying to strike While the pan is hot,
If the channel has a bot that should work,
tree
it
and
might not have a
taking
bot.
control of Catwalk, and just thinking if we could have won that 1v1, it would have been a different story. But the past repeating itself.
might not
with
have a
Cubert
bot.
keeping YFP at bay. Now stacking over towards the A side. Now that Jake is set up, he's made the space. He's watching.
And I don't think I'm a mod in
heaven.
there.
You just kind of had to worry about tree. Now that's smoked off. B-Dog's in position. You know, dotted the I's, crossed the T's. YFP got a plant, and there's someone teleporting onto the site. Knights is just scoping out what's up.
Yeah, I think he's
No,
trying
it
to get the
still
best
says
value on
Cubert
this
do have
power
to
going
go out and
from
come
the
back
ult,
in.
so
let
it
me
could
see
be
if
able to
it
hit
works.
towards the generator if he can. He's lining it up. It's not going to hit.
Okay.
He should be
You'll
able
have to
spot
open
the
up your own
never mind.
stream.
Man,
Yep.
that door
Oh.
just
So go to
immediately
this-
broke
go to
open like it was made out of
twitch.tv/Sentinels.
paper.
Yeah.
And Thief just falls
then,
over. Now
um,
YFP have no one else. Now YFP just knowing the op is on the left side.
Okay,
of
I
the
missed the
map,
last two
but
rounds, but it
just
looks
a
like
lot
we're
of
winning.
first blood's going
Nice.
Cubert's way from just these early picks from
Okay.
YFP. Cubert's defense feels very stable. And YFP,
Did it
it's either
change?
trying to go
Take a
for
look.
trades or having a response. But with this one-way smoke,
Yep,
it's
you're
so
good now. I see
annoying.
it
And it's a
changed.
big risk for B-Dog to try and challenge this.
Perfect. Thank you, chat.
Definitely in a stinger buy that you have coming up. from
Scuba's
YFP as
unstoppable
well.
right now, is he?
As much as I say this is like a, we'll talk about it in a second.
Ooh,
There's
nice.
actually coming through
Okay.
small trades across, but this should still be an easy round here for Cubert.
This is huge map pick,
I guess
YFP.
It's not a risk. It's a strat when the whole team's involved. And hey, you get an upgrade on the rifle. That's always nice.
Why'd you say
Get to
add Vector
see
Cruz new mod?
Swaley do the double dashes. That's great out of Penny. Space has not been an issue from YFP, at least getting it initially. It's holding it after that. And now you know Cubert have an op. And it's something you don't want to immediately peek if you're YFP. Know to expect it as Penny's scoping out.
Okay, there's
The
retake.
danger that
Let's
is
see it.
ahead. The salvos to delay. Tree is
Oh,
open.
good
A lot of
rockets.
angles for Cubert to
Oh,
take
what a
advantage
retake,
of.
nice.
And as soon as they flood in, they slaughter YFP.
Because as soon as that gets activated, and if you're actually committed,
I think I
into
can play
this,
well on
the
Cubert.
Armageddon is going to own you. So you have to be
in my
smart.
current
You need
form,
your
no.
melee to move forward. Maybe try to bait that out. Oh no.
I will get
Oh, no, they're
smoked.
about to rip
Right
the
now,
house with the fault
I'm
line.
not in good
These guys are
shape.
screwed.
Okay, the double dash.
The stun
Penny
kill.
couldn't
And
find
T-Dog got
Scuba in
another.
time,
Nice.
And YFP walked into
And he
a
got an
trap.
ult
The
kill.
Armageddon is something B-Dog has to
T-Dog is
dodge,
tearing
and he
it
was
up.
already further back. He split from Stellar, who's already on the site with the spike, and YFP just don't have the manpower. 2 versus 4, and there's an op that's gonna have full control over
What a
both.
shot.
But B-Dog this late push in.
It's so
something
satisfying
Cubert
to
did
play
not
well, but it's
expect,
so hard to
still,
play
they can
well.
hold their positions. But YFP is about to put Cubert in a retake
Whatever
position,
happened to
so
playing the
how
game for the
exciting
love of
an
the
approach
game?
with this
You
op.
know?
Nismo has all his utils, so that's what you can rely on.
You definitely need him to pop.
What happened,
flash.
Rob?
If not,
When we reset the
got
title,
both.
What happened?
Not, I guess YFP
When
are
we
just gonna walk
reset
into
the
the op
title,
and
I
head to
had
the
2
shotgun as
audio
well.
going.
Reduxx got hands for everybody.
Oh, you had 2 streams
Cubert
playing?
are on
I
a
had 2
Were you hearing
streams
yourself?
going.
regardless of if YFP can
Yes.
plan or
Oh,
not.
okay.
Cubert have to
You were
plan
like-
for
Voice in
every
my head.
scenario.
Oh, okay. It was just
Man,
crazy
was
over
smart
there.
too with the
Okay.
knife.
They strike early in the round.
Ooh, hit
And
the
when
guy
you
in the
think things
hand.
are quiet and calm, they come through all
PSG
angles.
penalty?
And now there's an Armageddon. for
PSG
YFP
shooting
to
a
try and
penalty.
make Hubert uncomfortable. This 3-1.
Big
As
T-Dog.
Personally, I
Big
called for a handball.
boy.
in the
You can't say
box.
the same
And the
about
wall went
rest
up.
that we're trying to march on in off the info that
Whoa, Reduxx, chill.
Reduxx the op.
Left.
Loud and proud as YFP
Oh
opens
my
to
God,
him,
he was
and Thief gets
blind, but he
flashed.
couldn't see him.
5 HP has the backup of his breach. And YFP now have boats.
Wait,
but
Cubert are looking
nothing
fucking
else.
great
They're
again
completely
with
surrounded by
the roster
Cubert.
swap back.
And through the market.
I thought they would have wanted to fight for the
Oh my God,
an
look at
orb for
Scuba.
Penny since they're one away from the ult.
Oh my God, he got one.
Around through the market side, Cubert just have all their bases covered. It's hard for YFP to
I don't
really
know,
try to
Bang. I plan on
surprise
just doing
them.
a
They've come
solo,
through the
just
market side. They've
honestly,
went through
but-
main. They've tried every angle around A. They've YP have had mid control.
I think I'll have a
Now
fun
they the
time because I
site
haven't
with
watched those
3.
games.
And Stingers will hurt up close and personal, so Cubert will have Nismo in position.
There's
Cubert
2
has
Turkish
flashes
teams
on
playing
his
tomorrow.
retakes,
Is anyone in
too.
chat
There's
going to
a
be
lot
here for those
explode
games?
onto the site with if you're Cubert.
The
And now
EMEA
with the
watch
low
party at
command,
8 a.m.?
they've taken away a lot of the tools that YFP could use to defend themselves. So at least Jakey tries to get proactive.
Are you guys awake at that
Shot
hour?
Into T-Dog.
2v3?
Stellar and Jakey have to work
Time.
together. Now the approach.
I didn't set my alarm clock.
From
Oh, he knows his
Cubert.
main.
He's
Big!
had
We got
3
it.
Knights
Aiming for this in this series.
Hang on, wait.
This is
Chat,
where
explain
the
that
house-
penalty in
Hang
Valorant
on.
terms to me.
He then
Big
kicked it
risk
as
pushing in
low as
that
you
deep.
slow as
He
you
has
could
left
kick
that
it,
trick
and
before and
the guy
hasn't
was just
been
waiting there for it. It
pressed
was
up until
insane.
this
It was the
point.
worst PK I've
Finally,
ever
a
witnessed.
first blood
Holy.
and an advantage for YFP to work with.
Wait, I wonder
They'll
what
get
he
the
was
site
thinking then.
almost for free, but the Salvos,
He wasn't
they thought
thinking,
they
that's
bought
what it
themselves
was.
enough time, some security, but Reduxx is posted up with the op. And who will lock eyes with him? Penny has the
My
op right
last
below.
pick.
Cubert are going to be slow.
Holy!
When Jakey is already locked down.
That was
3.
insane. Unfortunately,
And
against
put
us.
them 6 feet underground. It's up to Knights to pick up what was around that.
Terry, you're looking quite jacked, my boy. No joke. The lower my Valorant rank, the better my physical shape. I'm serious. There's a direct correlation with my
Okay,
Valorant rank.
here we go.
If I'm like,
Oh.
the fatter I am, the better I play.
It was a standard
8-3. You kind of have to get 9 on
play contact,
defense.
and once
Part of it
it's-
was Barcelona scored 3 goals, but the Inter Milan goalie was like
Nonetheless,
MVP because he also made like 5 other insane
doesn't work
saves.
out.
It was
Damn.
just,
Droning early
if
from
that's
the
how all
influence, they know
soccer
that the
matches
pressure
were,
is down towards middle, and it's
like,
gotta be ready.
everyone in the United States would watch soccer.
Yeah.
It was just one of the best soccer matches you will ever
my
see. Tell me I'm wrong,
Knows why
chat.
if you're gonna want to be aggressive, and Cubert lock down these early 1v1s.
Chat, is he right or wrong?
Just
I have no
constant man
idea.
Disadvantages to get onto the site, and usually Cubert are happy to leave it to them. But T-Doc has this corner. Here's the orb getting tapped.
There you go. Look at the response, Derek.
Jake has a paranoia.
Oh,
T-Dog
T-Dog.
to set up
Kinda
Jake for
whiffed there.
success.
I haven't.
nice.
I'm not gonna lie. I haven't watched a soccer match in a while. I should watch one.
Another W.
I just don't know what time they start and shit, and I don't know where to watch
I
it.
Holding
chat,
off YFP
Derek.
here
Now,
in
while I
this
have created the
last round of the
stream
half.
chat to say Cubert versus YFP as the
They're so
title,
pinned.
Yeah.
we still have
Yeah, but just as it
the
comes down to
promotion
doing,
going
that's
through
twice.
for the
I
Derek
feel that both
special.
Knights and
Inside the
T-Dog got
chat?
caught looking at Radar
Yeah, because it
their
was.
spray.
We said it when we were
We're
doing
not
the
it.
tournament.
Oh
And
yeah.
so it's still in the chat, so you get the Derek
The
special.
high ho special. Oh my god.
I need Alex to
Give
come
them
back
space,
and
stepping
save me.
further and further back. Something Knights should have won.
How are these guys
1v3
so
from
good?
Thief.
They play the
Okay,
game.
making us some
Let's start with
believers.
that.
I could subscribe. To
Why
the
am I
church
so
of
mean to
Thief.
myself?
Oh,
Because you
yeah.
pissed me off.
You can always count on Thief for sure.
You guys see
in the
this? I have
clutches,
two fucking
so-
characters inside me.
See, he's got the one trip for information into spawn.
Goal?
He knows we're close. He's trying to find a timing here.
The Inter Milan
He's
goalkeeper
got it.
yesterday was
He
just
heard
insane.
them
It was
step down
wild
the
to
stairs.
watch.
Some shots,
Uh-oh.
catches Reduxx lacking.
Uh-oh.
Thought he was in the back.
Nice.
Yes,
What the
Nismo.
fuck?
Finishes him off. Knows that Cubert has mid control, so YFP will still stand and treat. There's no support for Penny. There's just Jake on the side.
Inter versus
and
PSG, you would
T-shirts
probably
are
get like
getting pulled by
200 to 1 if
YFP.
that
They
was
just
the
wanna
matchup.
react to Cubert, so well, Cubert are gonna take all the real estate.
Nice,
and give
Reduxx
them that.
popping
Even
off.
wrapping behind through glass. They're behind the site, and Jakey
Oh, nice try,
has
Jakey.
been discovered.
I saw what he was
key.
doing.
Winning
Oh!
this pistol is key.
Oh, it didn't
Gave his
spill.
position away, so just spammed into smoke
big,
and took
yeah.
him down. Difficult now for YFP to go for the retake.
Wait,
Yeah, YFP, I'm surprised they
Oh.
didn't want to try and
my timer's a little off this round.
Nah, we're good, we're really fast. Scuba's taking
Scoop
over.
showing off one more time, saying,
Scoop's
hey,
actually showing off.
That's a very split.
because that's what you need to watch the match from yesterday.
The form we wanted to see him at, and as we would
Arsenal
expect,
scored.
they
Chat's
got hot
claiming,
starts
I
in
guess I
that
gotta watch
one.
because chat's ahead of me.
Now you have
Wow,
Reduxx
they
in position
shouldn't
and
score.
Market
Oh,
with
it was a
the spike.
foul.
YFP
That was
in
crazy.
exchange against
He
Scuba.
knocked the
2-1.
PSG defender
Scuba's trying
down,
to
and then the
save.
other PSG defender
The Salvos
deflected the
are
ball
not
toward the
gonna delay
goalie, and then the guy
YFP too
came and
much.
picked
The
it up. That was
Thorns
the
maybe.
weirdest goal.
Scuba eventually is
The Tarek
found,
YouTube videos are
but
what I
maybe
watch
that's
for
an
lunch?
opening for Cubert
Really?
to
That was
work
just a
it could
crazy
be.
goal.
No, they want to kind of deal with YFP being so far behind or extended.
By the way,
lead, I should say.
Tarek, in honor of the Stanley
no.
Cup playoffs and the Masters being in Toronto, your chat,
Oh,
your
no.
chat is getting very NHL as well. There were a couple of crazy finishes in the
I was
hockey
just about to
playoffs.
mention a scoop for a pure rifle glass. Glass rifle, I guess. Give up a lack of a better
That
word
was
at
just
this
the
point, no
dumbest,
armor.
ugliest goal that Arsenal just
I
got.
don't
I
know
gotta
what
say.
happened there.
Oh, well, a lot more obstacles for Cubert to face, including these high enough.
There's no way
trips to
they'd bring it
catch
back.
That jet. Cubert
Oh,
taking
see,
their
every time you
time
say
to
that,
just
the
lock
Arsenal
eyes
fans
with
are
anyone
happy.
in glass, and that's kept pretty open. And Cubert are gonna smoke it off just in case, taking things one step at a time. The trip did detect someone. YFP tried to
Damn
react.
it!
It's a
It's
trade.
frozen at the bottom of my
Cubert are
drink.
stuck back at square one. Now getting eyes onto the site. Jakey suppressed and has too much to deal with. So Penny
Oh!
takes the helm, takes the mantle. What a
Hold
shot
on,
from
Rob.
Nismo.
Thrifty
Now Cubert
potential.
with sight control and the door
What's that?
closed. I don't know how
Am I
what
thrifty?
really Beathawk and Stellar can do now.
Nothing.
Thrifty potential.
Planted.
Even using salvos to try to prevent the plat, they don't even
Oh, we
have
did
it
pick
anymore
up
for
an
the
upgrade,
retake.
didn't we?
At least there's 2 flashes. Maybe if they get an
Oh,
early
needed
pick.
T-Die to get that.
Okay, they might get it now. You could aftershock and flash here into hell. It just flushed him out after the smoke.
Am I still watching the NBA playoffs?
That's the play.
Yeah, I watched.
B-Dog working together.
Oh my god, I watched the craziest game. Oh wow.
Ouch.
How are they playing? How did they teach him basketball? He's from Serbia, right? What were the Serbia like? What was he doing in Serbia? Like, what kind of basketball were they teaching him?
Right now, Cubert Academy to activate on his B side a little bit more.
I'm gonna figure out where these trips are too, because that's caught Reduxx and
he's arguably unathletic as well, right?
And really surprise him and
well, he's not unathletic. He's just not in good shape.
Off as Cubert kind of
right.
Wait for their chance.
Is he in good shape?
To strike and where these trips are.
Well, Nismo just
he's like tall as fuck though, so
catch both the Whaley and the breach, so they're just committing to a B-side hit now.
He's running a lot though. I guess he's not out of shape. He's definitely not out of shape. He's just a big fucking boy, dude.
Before YFP could capitalize on the paranoia thrown out from Jakey. Now Cubert evict everyone on the site. B-Dog and Penny. Just like before, and Penny has
he plays 40+ minutes of NBA ball at 7 feet. He's in shape. That's true.
Yeah, B-Dog is gonna scram too.
Yeah, definitely. It'll be around for Cubert Academy and weapons that's definitely needed for the next round. Because you see for the rest of
low key chat, would I be crazy to say Knicks versus Nuggets in the grand finals for the NBA?
Wow, using a tail ult. He'll take that. That's a little bit of a silver lining there for YFP for sure.
And Con on a map like
so,
this, so many like narrow
I would have said the
passageways.
Warriors would have a
There's so
chance to
much
get in there and
value
steal
out
it
of
from
that
OKC,
ultimate.
but
And
then
now
Curry
YFP
tweaked his
peaking
hamstring yesterday.
with their eyes, of course.
So I'm
Penny
gonna say I
is
think Oklahoma
always
City
getting
gets their
away
act
with it
together and
somehow,
wins.
though.
That's my
Able to
prediction.
recall
He's gonna
or
win the whole
simply
thing
step
in the
away.
end?
He's not too aggressive.
It'll be wild. Or they lose to the Celtics in the finals. Depends who they play in the finals. The other problem is the team had the best regular season, the Cavaliers, somehow lost 2 in a row at home.
Oh my god.
So
they also have a bunch of injuries.
Oh my god.
Cavaliers have a bunch of injuries.
I haven't watched. There's so many games. Chat, how can you possibly keep up with all this shit? This is impossible.
I was thinking they were probably going to use the.
I guess people just watch the highlights, right? There's no way you can watch all the games. It's impossible. There's no fucking way.
Oh
my god.
Into effect, but Reduxx is not getting any
Big.
support. The rest of Cubert were focused on the back site. As YFP were flooding in, Reduxx gets isolated. Now you're in a 4 versus 4. Some damage being done to
There's only
Cubert.
2 games a day?
With the KO nade out, YFP.
There's only 2 games a day? Yeah, but each game takes like fucking 3 hours.
Paranoia out, Cubert will stay.
I mean, I guess it's just 2 Valorant games if you think about it.
Scuba.
But like, it's different though.
In a fun angle. Now this Whaler's gonna try and challenge him with the shotgun. Big win for Penny and an upgrade on the weapon. Cubert just have to buy time. And Penny's approach here is critical. Has
15
to be
seconds.
A hit on Nismo.
Nice. Oh, wait. We were on the perspective of Nismo getting the kill while his teammates both died.
Here's the flood in with B-Dog. Barely any time left.
Nice. Okay, now he doesn't have enough time. It's over. It's over.
Beautiful.
Nismo. He's like, I don't care about time. I'm just going to kill them both.
Oh my god.
What Cubert could do in the early rounds is so deadly.
YFP doesn't have a full buy, and chat still says YFP.
Insane if YFP could
They're down
write a different story here. Cubert.
That's true, more men.
Going towards A, have mid control, but then how deep this
Although then
is
again,
for
we're kind of
Scuba,
just stuck here with 30 seconds
Cubert's
left.
Gonna end up.
You guys think any athletes are watching the stream right now?
Oh, Scuba with the pick.
Wow. Getting a pig, that's all you need to inspire you to get the objective done. And Scuba's trying to cross in front. That's something that Penny capitalizes on. A little slip up.
Yes,
from
I'm
Cubert
sitting with LeBron right now.
Now Penny sets up the very back to hold off 3
really
players
got
coming
me
in
dead,
his
I'm not
direction.
gonna lie.
10 seconds left. Penny's been dislodged, and it's up to Jakey and Thief to save the day for YFP.
Wrap it up.
Here we go. Wrap it up. Sorry, Arsenal.
And it's a 13-5 ascent for Cubert Academy. Remember, guys, this is for qualification into playoffs. If YFP miss another playoff, I'm gonna crash out.
This
is such a talented team. Let's see if they can hold back against Cubert.
Sand classic.
Shooting in slow
Never
motion
misses.
after what
Until
they
it
got
does.
hit by. And Cubert, an easy plant
With the
after
Scuba
that.
on the prowl on the lurk.
So solid on their offense and on their protocols. And YFP will be flooding in through B. There's an important cutoff, though, from Scuba. He did miss the bus, but he could still get a huge backstab.
Jakey's your old teammate? Jakey don't know you, Yoda.
Depending on the timing, depending on how long
blast.
YFP want to wait, but it's
Good
the
kill.
aftershock. Cubert strike at
Good
the
flank.
first and cut the YFP heel.
I'm taking Cubert.
Scuba.
Holy.
YFP to get a cleaner retake.
We're fostering the talent. Holy
Flankers.
fuck. We're actually looking different with Reduxx back on Duelist a little bit.
Works. Who needs you?
What does
kill when
YFP
you
stand
just
for?
have
You
guns?
fucking pussy.
Let's see.
I don't know.
Cubert strat. As soon as
I actually
YFP,
don't know.
at least they swung together. It's just they didn't
Ouch.
do too much of attention to Cubert until
We
B-Dog
hyped up
first
Scuba. They
move
immediately
on.
shot him in the
And
back.
Look at this flank from
Yeah,
YFP
we've been
going down
hyping
the
him up
chase
though.
up.
He's due
Cubert
for getting
B-Dog
flanked.
and
I still haven't
Reduxx
seen the
watching
Scuba super
behind.
fan in
They're
my
clearing
chat.
even through their
Maybe
own
now that he got his
spawn.
trial,
So
he
the
doesn't
only
have to be
He's
question
done
on
his
mark
job.
Discord
He's done his work.
anymore.
is
He doesn't have to be on
Garage.
both
Such a
anymore.
smart team.
The
Yeah,
Scuba
and the
burner
whole way
can
around
be
the road is just
retired.
perfect.
What is Cubert and Cubert?
Because Reduxx found the
Reduxx.
timing against them, but the
What's
thing
up,
is
Zucker
once you
Vanny?
rotate everybody out towards C-Long and you're looking at the last two players remaining, it was just the initiators, so there's no way you could smoke out to go for the full defuse, so you just try to go for the pick and try to go for the kill. Instead from the long range on the pulse plant, and Reduxx just goes to D.
This Cubert approach, but could be walking into the crosshairs of Penny and B-Dog on the other side. Lines
Wow.
of flashes and Penny
What a player.
Reduxx.
takes an
Reduxx
unexpected
playing
L,
very
and
crisp
now
today.
B-Dog is smoked
They all,
off, so
actually,
Cubert will
all
get
of
a
them
free
kind
plant.
of
Free
a lot of
plant,
moments.
overdrive. The plant's perfect too to take garage control. So you see that here that this is a regular strat coming out from Cubert Academy, or how to play with
Look, everyone
the aftershock from the breach in the pulse plant. But YFP's not answering to that.
Well, I should have smoked the
Cubert
bomb,
are gonna
no?
keep eyes on the spike as long as they can. If YFP just are scared on
What a
how to approach
scan.
this, so then two pings.
Oh.
as Cubert
Good.
can
Nice.
confidently just keep their sidelines in check, and it's YFP.
Good
They
shot.
have to discover where Cubert
Good
are.
shot.
They smoked off
Good
the position.
peek.
YFP
That was
already
Look
good.
at Cubert go!
Oh, so clean.
It's Cuban time! They want to end it early so you can play ranked?
Which is the sheriff and the buy situation
I'm-
that YFP have right now.
I'm
Yeah.
semi-excited
And I
to
think
play
with
ranked, but
Scuba just walking all the way up towards the C site, never
just-
really getting
hey,
jump
I'm
spotted
begging
by
the-
anything.
I'm
It
just
kinda
begging
gives
for
a
like fun
small
games
tell
or
that,
good games or just I just
YFP
whatever.
might be
Just
leaning
I
more
just
towards
accept
this
whatever
A
comes my
side,
way.
so it's a guess coming out from Cubert, at least from the call and the information that Scuba's getting, and it's a good call for now here for T-Dog
Later,
because they're
catches.
walking right into an open
Have fun.
B site this time around.
What kind of freaks will you get today? That's kind of the excitement, right? That's the excitement of queuing up in Valorant. You never know what kind of freaks you're gonna run into. It's always something new.
His team. He just had the spray down.
It's like rolling the
Cubert in
dice.
case anyone from YFP wanted to come creeping into the site.
You on it!
Because you did not want to drop that spike in that position. Cubert are successful. The salvos are going to put T-Dog in an awkward spot. I think he
Oh, T-Dog.
15 HP. YFP
Wait,
are hearing
how's
the
T-Dog
struggles
alive?
outside the gates. They emerged to deal with the problem.
Oh my God,
Put down
Scuba on the
those
flank.
animals. And Cubert
Okay,
still have
okay.
three standing.
on
YFP
it.
do not
He's on it.
have
He's
weapons.
dead.
It's real noise.
He's off.
Picked up
Task.
the spike and got it halfway. And it's up to
Yeah.
Stellar in a 1 versus 2
Wow,
with
he actually
T-Dog.
cleared it. This is so good.
Talking to his guardian angel right now.
He has to
Very
stick it.
possible, but now with the
We have
spike
it.
ticking down.
Wow,
it's
what a
halfway, but
round.
Oh
Good
no,
round.
he
We're
has
good, we're good.
exactly enough.
the
Wait,
win
Yeah, we're good,
for
we're good.
Stellar
Oh.
when it comes to it.
Extra pressure from
Time now
YFP
for
on those
speaking the
leapings from
truth.
B
Damn right.
is going to continue to haunt them and hurt them if they're not activating a little bit quicker on that.
Yikes.
Well, now they do at least this time around with that shot.
Time to jump.
Oh, what a shot from
ouch.
Penny on the right
Yeah.
side. And he always has B-Dog, and YFP would like to converge
certainly
into
showed
B,
up in the
but
map.
Cubert been successful both times they've gone
Chat,
to B.
I think I'm gonna have a good
Once
day
to
of ranks
A, then
today.
once to C. So again, this is
Someone clip this for reference
Don't
later.
go.
it's just a Cubert world, and YFP are living in it. They're trying to make that stop spinning. Now that Garage could be infiltrated, it's up to B-Dog. He's got 2 flashes.
Do we
But
clear
no
this
one
corner?
there for the trade unless
Quite a
Jakey
deep.
was to come through on the
angle.
C side, but he's playing so
Oh.
far back. And B-Dog
Oh my God.
is about to spot the cross. He's gonna shoot early, but he's in a position where B-Dog cannot get back
No.
to
He got
safety.
2.
Beautiful aftershock to flush out B-Dog, but he'll still claim 2
Might be tough
before he
now.
goes down. Now Cubert are in a pickle on how to
10K
move
viewers
forward.
watching your T2 Academy team. You must have fallen off
Sure
surely.
out of that one, B-Dog, 1 and done and still gets 2 before.
Yeah.
That's going to allow YFP to get the first defensive round here.
Ouch.
Now Jakey just has to pick up the
Okay.
pieces and
Doing a good job so far for this roster.
Knights committed to that ultimate.
No.
So Cubert are deep into
That
A,
was
but
brutal.
no
Knights?
support for
Come on,
Reduxx.
one more.
As he slid into the site, there was an
Oh, we might
Armageddon
be
from
dead.
YP that is just causing so
he's
much
in it.
havoc
He got out.
in the Cubert camp.
They
A
got
rolling
out, wow.
thunder from YFP too. So much. 2 ultimates thrown at Cubert to break this plan apart.
Variety today? No, I'm gonna
before
play
it could
ranked,
really
bro.
blossom. And
But if
Cubert
you
now
weren't
gonna
here,
go
I
for
plan
plan
on watch
And
partying
it's not too bad
the
in terms of
EMEA
trades,
playoffs
right?
tomorrow morning at
pull
8
out an
a.m.
Armageddon to really split
So
that push,
I'm gonna watch party through the weekend.
Towards the site alone. But they've also lost all the
There's
utility
2
from
Turkish
Heat
teams in
the
playoffs,
very
so it's gonna be fun, honestly.
throughout all the trades. So now it gives a chance here for just Cubert Academy to go into the site and fight because there's no delays, no
Hey, what do you mean,
stalls
huh?
coming through this time around from YFP. They've already used it on the first wave of defense
How
that they
does-
had towards the site
No one was aware.
until we have a back
I
and
know
forth.
exactly where you are.
Like that YIP were trying to at least
YOLO,
cut
you
down
need help,
Cubert
YOLO.
before they
You
escape
need help,
the
bro.
site after planting. So it's a good job by B-Dog. He goes 1 for 1.
I'm not
Equal
saying watch
numbers.
partying is
Cubert
variety. I'm
plays
saying I'm
from
just gonna
main,
do it.
And they're even going to be deep into garage and try to be
Dude, but we
proactive
gave you
against
so much
YFP.
love.
But now that leaves a weaker front side for Cubert to protect the spike. And Cubert really split apart. But it's YFP that were just faster. The spike gets tapped. T-Dog's attention is there, throwing shock bolts, and YFP are scattering. And this is
You gotta
really
get
good
him
stall
off.
from
You
Cubert.
gotta get him
Spike
off.
gets
You
to
gotta
the
get him
ground,
off.
and it's
Nice.
being
Oh. Hello?
YFP.
Hello?
It's gonna be a sewers push that they have to deal with, and then
That's
and
not good.
Cubert just have to take this one step at a time. But now a man down.
I guess his drone out in the open again. It doesn't matter that there was players that are supposed to trade against him. The fault line came out from the defense.
Am I gonna play GTA 6? Bro, by the time GTA 6 comes out, I'll be 40 years old, dude.
Thunder. No one falls for the clone. Gap in the cage, covered now by the smokes, and Stellar's up high,
Spike
but
planted.
no targets in sight. Cubert are going to be heard below him, though, so at least that's something Stellar can call out. A lot of time before salvos come out, too, so Cubert are just holding down with the fault line ready. As soon as YFP
I'll still be
show their
gaming when I'm
face,
40?
Paranoia out, YFP retake not ensuing, just baiting Cubert to react.
Well, I'm not gaming now that
But
I'm 30.
YFP finally commit, but they stagger in.
I'm already not gaming at 30.
And now as a
And you see them walking him now towards C. It's an open side, perfect read. And there it stays.
They're
Very,
offside.
very smart and calm.
Right.
Calls from T-Dog.
now all the action goes down at C. There's also that deep lurk from Scuba, and it all depends if he's gonna meet up with Penny in the courtyard.
Chat,
He
when
could
you're
stop
playing,
this
like,
potential flank.
whatever,
The rest of
you think it's
YFP
better to
rotating in
autopilot
from
or
the
play with
A side,
intention?
Time on Cubert's side. Better weapons too.
And why?
YFP will have to depend on what B-Dog can set up for them. With fault line closed, flash.
Enemy down.
With the garage control, YFP want to capitalize on the many angles that they have. And Scuba is creating another problem now coming in from behind.
Holy.
This
And
oh.
I guess Cubert just gonna pave the way
They're
through
rolling
the
over
front
them,
side.
Rob. Bro doesn't
So they
watch
are being
UCL
a
acting
little
like he
bit more
knows it.
proactive. Not
I do watch
as
UCL,
aggressive,
bro.
But there are getting space
All
at
right.
the beginning, and that's what you want.
Quiz me. Ask me how many times have
That's
Arsenal
what we
won a
want out of
UCL
Penny,
trophy.
too.
The answer is fucking nil,
Early
buddy.
picks,
Nil.
teleport
And it'll
out,
stay
make
that
Cubert
way.
Paranoid. Cubert can still walk in. Power of Nismo. Breaking open these sites has been pivotal. It's forced YFP to just play completely out of sight, out of mind.
How many did
Play
Real
for
Madrid win? It's an
retake.
easy question.
With
3.
YFP having a 5v4, you're confident trying to do that.
Spike planted.
Oh.
And are they going to activate a little
3
bit more in flanks,
is what they
though? No,
won.
they're not. So still
The
trying to
first
flood
3
back
years
out.
the league
And
came
looking
out.
at the
15
side
is the
for
total
Cubert Academy,
number.
Thankfully, you don't
You guys,
have
bro,
any big
you guys
bolts
are
to stall.
weird.
So they have to now leverage Reduxx to try to get picks.
Hey, you got the clone from Penny got shot.
They
you
won
got
3
the
in a row is
Steel
what I
Garden
meant to
from
say,
Thief.
bro.
You
I
have
thought you were
Stellar
talking about
jumping
consecutive
down and
wins. I
synchronized
mean,
with
overall
the
it's
rest
15,
of
obviously.
YFP. Now an aftershock from
3 they
Cubert
won in a
here
row.
comes, and
Like,
the
that was their
smoke,
longest
he
streak.
wasn't expecting that. And
Side
Penny
bow.
struggles,
What?
still gets
Oh,
a win
no.
against Reduxx, and YFP are winning
Wait.
the majority of these
One
fights,
before?
and this
One
Cubert
before?
trying to get eyes
No,
on the
did not
spike
go
as
our
it's
way.
been tapped. Well, Rolling Thunder much later on, I guess. for
Bro, I don't
YFP
understand how you can
is
follow all these
able to
sports.
lead them to success and just doing the initial damage.
Ask
for
me a
Reduxx
Counter-Strike
to emerge
question,
from
okay? That was
Garage
my
to
sport of
handle it.
choice. Let's talk
Yeah,
about
Thorn's up in
NIP's
Garage.
original
It's usually
5.
YFP have posted up someone in the window
Let's
there.
talk about SK Gaming
YFP are
2002.
adapting, hoping to overcome Cubert now with back-to-back rounds with First Blood.
What do you think, Tarek? Fake
YFP,
comeback or
no
real
one on
comeback?
A,
For YFP?
But yeah,
Yeah.
like you said,
It's Arsenal
how will they
coded
break
right
in
now.
without a Steel Garden or an ultimate.
And the people that are alive are important people too. They have relay bolts and fault lines. They have so much done. And this time, still nobody flanking from behind.
Reduxx ready to stand and deliver. Not having the clone get shot is great. Paranoia 2 from Knights in case Reduxx was gonna be met.
Thoughts on Simple going to phase?
A lot from YFP.
Oh.
Reduxx is just playing chicken against all the util coming
Good fall,
out.
nice. Good peek, Nismo. Together. Together, guys.
Come on. Nice.
Crucial for them.
Big
But
scuba.
now
Big,
Cubert
big.
up as they were
Yes.
last time, and if anything, Cubert
Come
is just more
on.
ready for
I'm telling you, this is the best
And
match. I
some
think this is the
impressive
best
shots
match
coming out
Knights
from
has
both
played
Knights
for us.
and Nismo in the very big.
I don't know. I've played these guys a bunch too.
maybe being top window or below it, trying to see
Ooh.
if he can at least stop Reduxx from sliding into the site for free. And
Ooh.
there's a flake from
Flamey,
YFP.
fuck!
And
I forgot.
Cubert, we took this thing a little too slow.
Do you think Toronto Maple Leafs win with their backup goalie tonight? Brother, the Maple Leafs have broke the curse. They're taking the fucking Stanley Cup. You hear me?
We gotta go somewhere
The
else.
cup is theirs.
Plane will be successful on the opposite side. Now it's chaos for both teams rotating
Oh my.
over, and it's a 3 versus 2 for YFP.
It's gonna be Knights
Still
again.
getting a kill out of that one is huge. So right now it comes down to the big fraggers again. Scuba and Knights. Crossfire set up towards C.
Scuba and Knights.
You don't
Let's
have an
see.
ult to work with for the
Scuba
retake. At
Knights.
least you have salvos and special delivery.
be a
So
big
you
one.
need Stellar to be perceiving util here.
Rockets are. Oh, I like the cage. They heard him. They heard him. They heard him step.
Oh,
Oh, nice. It's labored. Ooh, okay.
Knights.
Knights.
Give me one more.
Clean. 1
Ah!
versus 2.
Ooh.
It's down to 87.
It's not planning for him. It's not planning for him.
Now,
Oh, it is. Never mind. Holy shit.
Oh,
Holy
Knights!
shit. Are you guys seeing this?
Swing a 9-2.
Come on.
They could trade against Knights. And when you give them that space, just like
It's,
you are
that's
now,
just,
this
it's,
is the
a, it's a
results
great
you're
day.
getting.
The sun's
Cubert
out.
Academy.
Cubert Academy is
Rounds away
winning.
here from qualifying into
Sentinels is
playoffs.
going to
Arsenal.
Toronto. Arsenal
Sentinels are gonna
choked as
Done,
usual.
and after having his teammate
Knights
fall,
is
it was
popping
Knights
off.
is
This is
popping
by far
off.
his
Reduxx
best
is
match
back
for
on
us.
duelist.
into
Reduxx
Cubert,
is
and
popping.
now this
I'm
round
writing
feels
this day down.
like
I'm writing this day down.
5 versus 2.
Reduxx got a kill as
Now
we
you gotta roll like Thunder
gassed
for
him
Vito
up. He
with
wasn't
Stinger.
cursed at
A
all.
hope and a dream.
Chat, today's a
Now,
good
here's
fucking
a
day,
better rolling
dude.
Thunder for you and the
Just-
whole squad.
I went to the
Reduxx
gym, I
almost
benched
wasted
2
shot
plates.
gets traded.
He was just like, let me run in and say
It would've
hi.
been a flawless
fucking-
for Cubert.
Boom.
I don't know. It's just too much.
Uh,
I might actually end the stream, dude. I'm not gonna lie. It's too good of a day.
Unchanged. I don't know, but like this is a huge statement for Cubert too. The amount of work they've done over the past week to get to this point.
You guys know
And
about them or
it's not
no?
even Reduxx showing us like, oh my god, the craziest neon or jet. We're
Alright,
not
no,
like,
if I had to
wow,
pick a
Overdrive or
team,
wow, Bladestorm.
I would pick
It's just a
fucking
united effort
low-key
from
Barcelona.
Cubert.
No, I feel
Meanwhile,
like
Spike has been
Barcelona.
planted,
I don't know shit
and
about them. I would just
YFP
pick
are trying
them.
to catch up, and it's Jake that has to go for a big play.
Or-
Can't underestimate what YFP can do
I would
under
pick the
pressure
team that
as it
Arda
makes
plays for, which
diamonds,
is-
and Stellar and Jake work together to make
Does he
this
play
as
for Real
difficult
Madrid?
as possible.
I forgot.
But now to protect the spike, the lanes are open. Cubert are flooding in,
yeah.
and it's all up to clutch.
I'll
Oh.
play Barcelona or
Jake
Real Madrid.
versus Nismo.
I think.
Nismo v
Spike
Jake
getting
1v1.
halfway
He's gonna get
and
it to
almost
half.
being held.
God.
Nismo gets ready.
Oh,
but
I
Jake
thought
gets
he
the
had
last
it.
laugh.
And the util was perfect for Nismo.
There's
Then my dad's
flashes in
team
the
is like a
pan for
small
sure of what
Turkish
Penny can
football
do
club.
before he
Probably.
teleports out, but
I want to say he
nothing
supported
this early.
Galatasaray. I want to
Cubert's
say
trying to do a
actually,
little bit of-
or was it Besiktas? Fuck, I don't know. It might have been Besiktas.
Full
I don't know
classic
actually.
win if YP is able to do it before. Over exploration coming out though from T-Dog, and that should make it a lot easier now for YP to close out this round.
And
Those are
Cubert
huge
not
clubs.
being
Wait, are the
stacked
Turkish teams in the
together when they
Champions
go for
League?
Fun plays like that, just hoping to win their 1v1s. And
Which one is
Yeah.
doing
Hey,
good?
how
We'll just
important
hit
is it?
garbage time.
yeah,
Planted.
this YFP winning the pistol gives them a chance to actually come back.
Usually,
Bringing
yes.
many
Not
guys
this
into
year
the
though.
bonus. It ends up
None of
being
them
the
do
case. I'm
good? They
thinking
used to
Cubert
be
go
good?
down with the ship here, but
Bro, aren't we supposed to
YP
be
have a
good
lot
at
of work
fucking
ahead of them.
soccer?
Especially getting a couple of damaging kills would be kind of nice here for Cubert Academy because that gives you a little bit of extra credits where it would potentially
Tottenham
allow
is
for you to
pronounced
have a much
Tottenham?
clearer buy
Oh,
into the
fuck.
next getting full shields because you already know that Penny invested into an outlaw in that previous round. So definitely seeing it here. Cubert Academy trying to run outside the smokes, trying to go for picks, trying to find a little
Turkish
bit
are
more
really
credits
good at
and
doing
make it
hair
expensive on
plugs.
the other
That was
end, and
racist.
They do so with a nice kill into
That could be
T-Dogs.
bannable.
Keep chasing for those.
here, but
Verstappen was
who's
driving
gonna
a
stand in their
tractor?
place?
Excuse me?
Yeah, it's just really
How fucking dare
playing
you,
very
bro.
similarly to Cubert. Thief is just waiting for the hit to happen towards the A side so he could activate on the late lurk. You'll probably have a double senti fight. Thankfully, this
Rob is just typing away. Rob is answering his emails because Cubert
Cubert
match
so he's
is
still alive for this round to delay. and
theoretically,
Penny's low on
hypothetically
HP.
over.
You have to start acting a little bit more quickly here on the side of YFP, and once it starts flooding in, though, there's just 4 players waiting for them there, so they're gonna last minute try to pivot towards C for a plant. Dangerous call.
It's been an issue for YFP when they play these Yoru comps of just almost being their own worst
Thank
enemy
God
of how
Foosley
much
cuts
time
your
it
hair.
takes
Your
them to
barbershop talk is
develop around,
terrible.
and
No
they leave
joke.
themselves
I actually
like, what,
repeat some of the
10,
things you guys say to
40
me
seconds
to my
land,
barber
and
because he
Cubert
talks
are
ball
trying to prevent
sometimes.
this from happening.
So I
It's
just
too little,
repeat
too
some of the
late, and
buzzwords
kills
you
go
guys
for
give me.
YFP.
I'm
Beautiful plays
straight
out
up.
B-Dog. Thief gets his winning garage,
Second.
denying any
No joke.
backstab chance for Scuba.
Because he actually follows
Now the
basketball.
rest of Cubert just trying to play this from front to back, play where they can, and
Oh,
stop
fuck.
YFP from wrapping around them. At this point, T-Dog and Nice just have to keep their weapon. There's no chance.
Will you ever have your
Ended up
own
having
Rebel
a nice
flavor
shot
at
from
once?
Stellar through the
Actually, I'm
smoke
not
to
going to read
take
that.
down
I
the
fucking backed
Neon,
out.
Trying to dash
I'm gonna time you
across,
out for 1
so he's
minute.
trying to prevent the plant from happening, and you saw the counter utility too. B-Dog leveraging his aftershock to prevent any extra pushes outside of just utilizing his aftershock for the lays, and they're actually able to get 2 kills out of that. Worked out quite well, and it's a good decent game plan coming out on the side of the YFP.
But now still have 5 more rounds. They have to YFP have to double their score to
This
catch up.
caster is quite a YFP
I
fan.
don't know what Reduxx
Is
is
she?
thinking
Yeah, she is.
over in garage. Just
She was
wanting
saying
to
she
cut
was
them
going to
off.
crash
He's not
out if
someone
they
who's
miss playoffs
really
again.
tried to play too, like he's not overcooking, he's not overheating. He's just doing his job.
Cage triggered.
Well, YP are looking quite good for sure, and on their attack side for now, they're getting good reads to really move into sites and have more players in the pulse plant right now, especially with Stellar and B-Dog still staying alive. They don't have aftershocks to work with though. At least they have the salvo, so keeping Stellar alive is primordial right now to the survivability of YP
Oh,
in
no.
this round, and he'll escape.
Yeah, Scuba's waiting
The
for someone
paranoia.
to walk out into garage, and now that that's smoked off, Cubert only have 1 lane to push through,
Nice.
1 angle,
Nice.
1 chance, and
No.
YFP go toe to toe, but it's Cubert that stand taller. And now main is smoked off.
taking it.
Now it's an all-out war, and Reduxx and the rest of Cubert work
Yes.
together to shave down the forces of YFP and get themselves
job.
up to 11.
I was gonna say losing, yeah, but I don't know what the question
Rolling
means.
Thunder and how it's
Not
used.
whiffing
It's
on
gonna be so
overpass?
important
Nah, I
for
would keep
Cubert.
that.
These Sonics early round from T-Dog made it so YFP.
There's an iconic way to go
Not
out.
that I think they would want to
Oh.
with Penny, and as soon as he re-peaks, he's
Trade,
down to
it's a good
3.
trade.
Oh, weird.
T-Dog is
Did you
dead.
expect Nismo?
Such an important
Well,
person to miss.
Wait, I missed the
Getting
Knight's
into the
death, I
sun.
guess.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh
Is
my
that
god.
Nismo's like,
Server
wait,
had le- oh.
wait a minute.
Oh.
Well played!
You're
Oh, more
not-
close!
How did he get
Spike
both
is
of
down,
them?
But he's 2 HP. He can't
knows
protect
he's
this.
both, I
Not
think.
with an aftershock in his
How
face.
did Nismo get both?
Nismo
No!
hurt.
No.
Penny
That
still
was good
wins
discipline by him,
that.
though.
Oh, I gave him all the
That
love
was a
and he
quick
immediately got
strike.
picked off.
2
Penny has like
versus
1
2.
health.
How much
Penny
can I
still
bench?
lives.
225 for 2.
But what was the TP for though? Was he trying to TP just to jump cross to see if anybody was pushing towards A?
Like,
I would assume so.
What was my
Bit of
what's
a
my
doubt,
goal
but
now?
they
Like
pick up Spike and
225 was
are
my
able to
goal,
work
so
together
like
here
what
in
am I
the
even
pulse
doing
plant.
anymore with the bench?
Oh no, Scuba's
Just
got the
fucking
timing.
around?
There
275?
should be a plant soon. How Scuba and Reduxx are so split up, have time to engage this together. I think it's
30
gonna have to be the
seconds
Reduxx show.
With
Play
a
fast
judge.
and loose,
Hey,
and
Reduxx.
with the judge.
It's a dream come
Oh,
true,
the
really.
1, 2,
Oh
2,
my God.
blue. Gilbert
Wait,
match
wasn't
point
the other guy
series.
actually
225
trying to
incline?
clear the
Both
corner?
places.
Now YFP, they start to drone up through C, have control of garage.
What was my backup plan if
Now
streaming didn't work? It had to
Armageddon.
work.
This could be catching Scuba. He manages
I
to
was back
get
against
out.
the
He's
wall.
forced into cover. YFP flooding through garage. There's that rolling thunder we've been waiting for. The entirety of YFP are
Oh
flipped
my
on its head,
God.
and the flood ensues from Cubert. Still searching for targets. These smokes have cut off both teams, so Cubert can capitalize on this rolling thunder.
Oh.
Now that all the smoke dissipates, it's time to
Oh.
put your money where your mouth is, and it's YFP with
Nismo?
3,
Oh.
now 2, and Nismo to save the day.
Planted.
Possible with Jake swinging out. Now the smoke's in place. YFP can work together
This is hard.
against
This is very
what
hard.
is left of Cubert to get them into playoffs.
He's gonna wait it out. It's good.
No flashes, no fault line, just vibes. Nismo waiting.
Nice try.
And Jake from the corner
That was a tough one.
keeps
Chance to fight here for YFP. A full eco for Cubert Academy.
Go, go, go.
Except
Optional drift, getting a lot of info.
Oh, sorry.
It has to
Yeah.
decloak eventually, and YP are very far behind, and there's going to be an encounter with the other duelist, and Penny
Oh
Gets out,
my
but now they have
god,
to kill
T-Dog.
him.
T-Dog. What
And
was
they've revealed
that?
Their whole plan to Cubert. Rolling Thunder from an offside. YFP are still committed. Paranoia 2 evacuates the rest of Cubert. Now with Sheriffs 2, it's going to be even harder for Cubert to re-break back in. They had forced Penny out. Now it's the overdrive. Reduxx goes above and beyond physically and metaphorically into Hunter's Fury 2. YFP have no place to stand. Jake, Stellar, and Thief against the world. The drop down. Reduxx at 3 HP gets the win.
We're doing it.
From all sides. Pump down what's
Reduxx
left.
with the
It's
classic.
Stellar. It has to do exactly that.
Holy!
Cubert with the defuse, they get up to 13, and you'll be seeing Cubert Academy at playoffs.
Thrifty.
Well done for Cubert Academy.
Let's
yeah,
fucking
they were
go.
an eco, but it wasn't a
Ended
full
with a
eco.
thrifty.
They had
It was
two
a thrifty.
stingers.